Hello, Glyn here, doing my top 5 BabyMetal songs. This is in response to Callie, who, some time ago now, did her favourite top 5, and I think there's been 1 or 2 people respond to it. Very difficult for me, and I'm sure it is for any fan of a particular group, just to choose 5 songs. BabyMetal only had 2 albums, but incredibly difficult to do, and I will say that this is my 5 for now. Tomorrow I may have a different 5. It's very difficult trying to choose which songs. So let's get the video going. I think at one point it speeds up a bit. It's just something to do with the way my computer sees it okay, but the DVD player doesn't. So let's start off. This is Ookie Ookie Midnight. May have not pronounced that quite correctly, but it's just the interaction. This is one of the first BabyMetal videos I saw, and it's just the interaction between the girls and the fans. It's wonderful, I think, and it's something that the song comes round probably every other month or so, so you think, oh yes, Ookie Ookie Midnight, I haven't seen it for a while and I have to watch it. And if I was a younger chap, I'd be doing all the dance motions with them, but that's something to talk about a bit later. So I like the song so much because Moa and Ewing do some silly dancing in it, which I always find amusing, and Sue interacts with the crowd quite a lot, and obviously it's just a good catchy song, like so many of BabyMetal songs. I'll keep talking because I'm just worried about my copyright as usual. I seem to have terrible trouble with it. Anyone who's seen any of my best interpretations and translation to English BabyMetal videos will know I have all sorts of issues with YouTube. So we'll try and watch it for a couple of seconds or so and see the way she talks to the crowd and things before we move on to number 4 song. And you get this real change in the song here. It sort of goes into dubstep type moves, and I think that's really clever. You know, musically that's so clever. Now we'll move on to number 4. This is one of Sue's solo songs. Again, it's the same thing. It's number 4 now, but it could be number 1 tomorrow, or further down my list of her songs, solo songs. I think for me it's just the spectacular, quiet introduction, and then bang, it takes off. And you'll see on here, this is just one of the many live performances she has done in the past. What this must be like to see live, the Wembley concert when she ran down the platform with all the pyrotechnics going either side of her, must have been fantastic to see. A friend of mine in England has a cape, not quite as spectacular as that. Hers is very shiny and black at the back, but it doesn't have the red lining. I think just even a chap my age can appreciate how beautiful Sue looks wearing that. It's really quite spectacular. Now this song's my number 4 because, as I say, you've got Sue singing on her own, and you think when she first sung this how young she was, and the command she has over the audience is just fantastic. And the song also, it's got the guitar solos in it, and I'm old enough to remember the old rock bands from years ago, from the 1970s and 80s, when there's the classic thing that 2 guitarists stand back to back and do their solos, and you get that in this song, which is just marvellous for me. It's sort of nostalgic for that, and again, it's just the technical ability of the musicians is wonderful. I'll have a look in a second. I get in a muddle which one's which, but one of them thinks he's in Kiss and he sticks his tongue out. He seems to do that virtually every time, which I find kind of funny. So I can't remember which concert this is because I just trawled through my BabyMetal collections and just took out short recordings of each one I wanted to do. They make it look so easy. Having tried to learn the guitar in the past, I got fairly competent, but nowhere near to this standard. And we'll be moving on to number 3 in a moment. Now this is Ma and Yui doing one of their solo songs, and again, so difficult which one. I think for Unata, if that's correct pronunciation even. When I first saw that, just amazed that there's grown men sort of my age or perhaps a bit younger sort of dancing along to teenage girls and knowing all the movements. It's just so amusing, and this is just amazing. I think that we actually won't be able to hear it so well, but because it's a fan cam, but it's like, I know they're a bit older here, but for me they should be tucked up in bed reading their Rupert Bear books, not doing sort of thrash metal songs on stage. That's just what makes me like the song so much. It's just, it's the heaviest song you could probably get. And there's Noah and Yui singing it. I mean, how marvellous is that? I like that oi bit. It reminds me, years ago I used to live near Millwall football ground, and for English people they'll know Millwall football fans have a unfortunate reputation of being thugs, and I don't think anything less thuggish as Noah and Ewing sticking out their legs going oi oi, but it's, again, it just, I find it so funny. It's just brilliant for me anyway. Now we've moved on. Probably my favourite song consistently, this one, because it has, normally you get the instrumental at the beginning, again, which I love. The instrumentals, gives a chance for the band to shine. I've mentioned before, I never think they get enough credit really, which is a bit of a shame, but having not seen them live, maybe they do get more credit during the show, that you never see it on the DVDs and Blu-rays and things. I didn't realise when I put it on my computer, this is the version where you get to see the lyrics. So at one stage I will be doing this song, English translation interpretation, to go with the other ones I've already done, and I'll be using this song just as a reference. And of course BabyMetal, for those of you who know him, he does every single word, he'll convert to English and explain the meaning behind it, with BabyMetal songs. This one again is a crowd favourite. It's just, must be so much fun to be in that audience. So this could always be number 1 really, but it's so difficult. Callie, I'm cursing you for trying to make me choose 5. It's not good. And again, similar to Uki Uki Midnight, there's a sort of good breakdown where the song changes quite a bit. And this is my number 1 at the moment. I just find myself humming along to this song virtually every day. This is a good live performance. The bass has really been mixed up really quite loudly, but you probably can't hear it too clearly on this. But I can't remember where it's recorded. As I say, I've made up all these pretty quickly, and I haven't written anything down. It's just, this is my number one. So you may have your own top 5. Please post them and give Callie a credit for suggesting it. This is, repeat again, this is my top 5 today. I know there's other songs I like so much, and it's just amazing that there's so much material to choose from just from 2 albums. Thank you for watching my top 5. As I say, my channel also contains interpretations and translation of BabyMetal songs into English, and I don't claim they're 100% accurate, but I think for a lot of people it will help them understand what the girls are singing about and maybe a little bit of the history behind the song. So thank you for watching my video today.